Hi everyone, welcome back. It's your friend here again from Los Angeles, Howard Melgar. And I'm glad to be here with all of you again. I think it was a wonderful experience the other day when I first shooted the first video where I was talking about how to get pre-approved for a mortgage loan. I noticed that there's already some views going on, but and as I promised on that video, I wanted to create a new one to talk about the FICO score and the debt to income ratio. But on today's video, the topic is going to be the FICO score. So to start, I wanted to say that the FICO score, it's very important for the lenders. Whenever you want to apply for a mortgage loan, this is one of the things that they are going to take into consideration to see how financially stable you are. And but the thing here is you need to have a good FICO score. So you need to start getting a good credit score. And there's going to be also another video where I'm going to be talking on how you can build your FICO score, how to make improvements. But I'm pretty sure that a lot of you have wondered at least once, what is the meaning of FICO? So, and I have it here for you. I wanted to share this with you. So FICO stands for Fair Isaac Corporation. And then about the FICO score, I can tell you that it goes from 300 to the maximum, which is 850. You need to take into consideration that the lenders are always looking to see credit scores that are at least 650 and above. Anything that is below that amount, like for instance, if we have a 620 FICO score or below, usually don't get financing at favorable rates. However, that doesn't mean that you cannot apply for a mortgage loan. There's also some loans like the FHA loan that it's going to be one of those options. But I don't want to get too much into that because that's another topic, and I don't want to deviate my main topic here today, which is the FICO score. So there are different factors that the bureaus of credits they use to calculate your score. There's actually 5 of them that they consider, and among those we have the payment history, which is equivalent to the 35% of how they they calculate the FICO score. The other one is the accounts owed, that and the percentage that they calculate on that is 30%. Then we also have the length of the credit history, which is a 15%, the new credit, which is 10%, and the credit mix, which is also another 10%. But now let's talk about the payment history. For the payment history, this refers to whether an individual pays his credit accounts on time. The credit reports, they show the payments submitted for each line of credit, and the reports are going to show to the lender and the bureaus if you have been paying late, like for instance, if you have paid 30 days late, 60 days, 90 days, or over 90 days. And of course, that is not going to help you. I want to give you an example about this. For those of you who have at any time bought a car, if you have bought a car before, you can notice that when you just sign the loan, and then on the next month you will notice that your credit score goes down. You get hit probably for 20-30 points. And I can talk about my own experience. When I got my first car, I remember that I was probably like around 740 on my credit score, and then on the next month I noticed that it went down to probably 710 or 715, around that. But then as long as you start making all the payments on time, and then you will see that your credit score starts going up. And then once you pay your total debt, that loan, you'll see how your credit score has improved. Probably you'll be now not at 740 or 750, but you'll be probably like around 770 or 780, depending on the other debts that you have, okay? Also, a good advice is with the credit card payments, if you have a credit card, don't make the mistake that a lot of people do, that they start paying everything with the credit card and all that, but then when the month ends and when the cycle ends, they only make a minimum payment. That is not gonna help you to build your credit score. So what you have to do, what you're supposed to do is just, if you spend $1,000 on this month with your credit card, make sure that you pay almost all of it, and that is gonna help you to build your credit. Because if you start having like all the time and you start accruing balances, and then they're going to start charging you interest, that is going to decrease your credit score. So don't make that mistake, and make sure that you make your payments on time, okay? And then the second factor that is considered when they are calculating your FICO score is the accounts owed. This refers to the amount of money an individual owes. Having a lot of debt does not necessarily mean that you will have a low credit score. Rather, the FICO considers the ratio of the money owed to the amount of the credit available. And I would like to give you an example on this. Let's say that Lisa, who has a credit card, she has a credit limit of $10,000. Now, on that credit card, she already owes $8,000. On the other hand, we have Oscar. Oscar has a line of credit where his limit is $100,000, and now at the moment he owes $15,000 or $20,000. Who do you think is gonna have a better FICO score? On this scenario, of course, Oscar is gonna have the best credit score. The third factor that they take into consideration is the length of your credit history. As a general rule of thumb, the longer an individual has had credit, the better his or her credit score is going to be. However, with favorable scores in the other categories, even someone with a short credit history can have a good score. The FICO score is going to take into account how long the oldest account has been open, the age of the newest account, and the overall average. So just pay attention to all of those things, and you'll see how your credit score is going to start going up, okay? The factor number 4 is to have a credit mix. This is basically to have a variety of accounts. And to obtain high credit scores, an individual needs a strong mix of the following type of accounts. So we have, for instance, the retail accounts, and this, you can, as an example, I can give you like to have a credit card with Best Buy or with Macy's, or for those who like Curaçao, those type of places. It's good that you always have at least like 1 or 2 accounts with those type of stores. It is also a good idea to have a credit card. The installment loans, which is basically to have vehicle loans or signature loans, and then of course the mortgage. And the last factor that I have to mention this time, it's gonna be the new credit. So this refers to recently open accounts, but you have to be kind of careful on this, because like, let's say that someone has opened like a bunch of accounts recently. This is not going to help them to build a good credit score, because the lenders are going to think that this person is probably someone who is not financially stable, and it's kind of risky to lend them money, okay? So in summary, remember the things that you need to consider when calculating the FICO score: payment history, accounts owed, the length of the credit history, new credit, and the mix of credit. I hope that this topic has been interesting for all of you. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be seeing you soon. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you like the content of it, and I'm gonna be here to answer any questions you have. And I'll see you also on my Facebook page. Remember, ML Howard, and I'm your real estate agent here in Los Angeles. Take care. Bye.